weather and budding trees tend to make your green thumbs itch to get out there and plant some spring flowers. So what do you do when you don't know a daylily from a daffodil? No worries. We buzzed on over to Rubble's to talk Texas plants with none other than plant pro Mark Ruibal. He gives us what we need to crank up our home's curb appeal from ho-hum to wow.
Hey Lacey, nice choices.
Now Mark, I know a lot of people out there have a green thumb. Unfortunately, I'm not one of them. Now that doesn't mean I don't love all this color in my front yard. Can you give me some pointers?
Sure, you don't necessarily have to have a green thumb. You just have to find something you like and buy things that are going to be acclimated to the area. We've got geraniums, which we grow here in Dallas. We've got Marguerite daisies, which will bloom all through the summertime. We've got grasses that are perennials and come back all the time. Gerber daisies, again, a really underrated perennial. And a whole bunch of different things here at Rubble's that we can bring to you or that you can come and get from us.
Now Mark, spring has sprung, so what's the best thing to put in the ground now?
Well, right now we have a bunch of things like pentas, zinnias, periwinkles, impatiens for the shade, or begonias, especially your dragonwing begonias, which is a very big blooming plant. They get great green leaves on them, pink or red blooms, and those will go right straight through the summertime. They'll do great for you in the heat and last all the way up until a freeze usually. We have a bunch of things like your salvias, which are all good for hummingbirds, especially the black and blue salvia. It's one of my favorites. Also, we have things like the candy tuft and the scabiosa, which is a terrible name for a plant, but a beautiful bloom. We also have things like citronella plants, which do exactly the opposite. They'll chase away mosquitoes. Plant a few of these and it'll keep a few of them out of the yard for West Nile purposes. You might be able to keep a few of them away from the kids or from the house. We started here at the Farmer's Market in 1984, a family-run business. My dad and my uncle started it. We started the Farmer's Market where there was a few little small flower vendors, and every year our little 10-foot by 10-foot stall got to be a 10 by 20 and a little bit bigger and bigger. And we've just loved this area, and so we just stay down here. At this point, we've got 4 retail nurseries: Lemon Avenue, Grand Avenue, the main store is here at Pearl Street, and then also the brand new store at Rosemead, which incorporates a farmer's market up close to Carrollton. We've been doing it for quite a while and we're pretty good at it, and growing our own things makes it nice and easy for us to make sure we're getting all the right stuff. We've got 120 greenhouses where we grow everything, and that number is growing all the time. And if we can't grow it or if we don't have it, we'll find somebody that does and be able to bring it in. I don't know exactly how many different types of plants we grow, but I know that our greenhouses last year, we grew close to 500,000 flats of pansies alone in the fall. And that number is increased during the springtime when we're doing 75 or 80 different crops of different plants.
Well, this looks really fun.
Yeah, this is the new trend in home gardening. It's actually the culinary gardening, where you're taking your lettuce, your tomatoes, your peppers, putting them all in a raised planter, and taking that to even your patio, your back porch, or even in your apartment. You'll be able to grow your own salads. And what you can do is just go in and cut any of these off and eat them right from there.
Oh my gosh.
Pull up a chair, we'll sit down and eat.
So after all of this great advice, we couldn't resist digging deeper, heading off where all of this beauty begins, at the Rubble farm.
This is where it starts. My younger brother Matthew grows everything out here, and we've got about 30 acres of growing space, about 120 to 140 greenhouses. But we start them from small plugs and grow them all the way up to the size that we sell at the nursery. We ship everything through our 4 nurseries and distribute it through the Metroplex from there.
Well, why is that important that y'all have your plants right here in Texas? They're already acclimated to the climate.
Well, right now we're just 8 miles from downtown, 15 miles from our farthest away nursery. And so that way we can get plants and do deliveries every single day. We can bring a truckload of plants straight from the farm. So you're getting basically off of the planting shelves into your house within 24 hours in some cases.
I'm here with Mark Ruibal. He runs the farm. And now, Matt, does all this just start from seeds?
Some start from seeds. The majority come in from plugs, which are about this size. And we'll get them in a tray that has about 288 per tray. And we'll run through about 14 million of these a year.
Oh, wow.
And once we get them, we'll take them, and then they're actually planted in the soil like this. And these were actually planted last week. And these will take about 6 weeks until they're ready to be shipped to the market or in one of our trucks to your house or wherever it needs to go to.
So now what's happening over here?
Well, this is our propagation house. This is where we do a lot of the cuttings. And what we'll do is we'll cut some lantana, which is what this is, off of a mother plant. And once we do here, we'll take them and we'll make smaller cuttings, which is this. And we'll plant them in these small trays. They're misted, and eventually they'll become a 4-inch plant or a gallon or bigger. This house is actually computer controlled. We keep it set at about 76 degrees. We'll have these misting nozzles come on every 6 or 7 minutes to keep the leaves wet.
So if this was a hospital, this would be the nursery.
Definitely. This is where young plants become big Rubble plants.
stage in the whole process.
It is. They went from stage 1 in the cutting house, as you saw, to stage 2. And then out here to stage 3 outside is where they finish off. They'll harden off, they'll get acclimatized to this location. They're going in Dallas, for Dallas. That way there's no shock coming from a southern or northern climate. They're ready to go.